Hey folks, Uniservo here. And lately, people have been sending me stuff. Yes, people do send me stuff. And I'll have details about that, I guess, at the end of this video. And 3 boxes came within the past 2 weeks or so. And so, hey, I'm going to do some videos on them. They're not really unboxing because I've already unboxed them to kind of see what they are. But yeah, some things like this first lot, yeah, I kind of only vaguely looked at it because I figured, hey, let's make a video. I have 2 other things. I don't know why 3 things all came at once. Who knows? But that's the way it is. The other things, well, they'll follow up in a second and third video. Maybe I'll get to those later tonight. Anyway, let's look at the first box. Oh, it's got paper, documentation. IBM documentation, and as you can see from the graphics, in fact, let's do that. That's a little better. Well, we can sort of tell that these are 60s era IBM from the Rand artwork, the Rand style artwork. Yes, IBM hired the Rand. What was it? The Rand Corporation? Not the one that does all the studies, but the art design, the commercial art design firm in New York City, I think. I once went to an exhibit of all sorts of things Rand. It was in New York City, and it was fantastic. It's long gone. I think it was about 5 years ago. Anyway, so I got a bunch of these old manuals. A guy contacted me, and I'll keep the names anonymous unless they specifically call out, hey, I want to be mentioned. So I'll just keep donors, if you will, anonymous. He reached out to me. He said, hey, I've got a bunch of manuals. I'm cleaning house. Because, hey, when this time of year or whatever, or this period we're in right now, yeah, there's a lot of cleaning house, isn't there? Going through boxes that you haven't looked through in millions of years. Well, hey, time to look at that stuff. And, hey, this guy thought, I don't need this stuff, but someone might. He contacted me and sent them. And I figured, hey, let's do a quick overview, a quick look. I already looked through some of these, but not real detail. So let's start with half of the stack, and we'll go through them. So, like I said, yeah, these are obviously early '60s era IBM. You can just tell from the logo for one. It's the blocky type logo, and also just the artwork. So let's see, what do we have here? Data processing application, storage, retrieval, and dissemination of information. So, yeah, IBM published a lot of this. They published an awful lot of paper, as you know. And a lot of it, like this manual here, ooh, hey, look at that. They've got nice pictures. Project Walnut. Well, we know what Walnut is, isn't it? It is Photo Store. And I did a video on one of those modules at some point. They publish these manuals for potential applications for your 360s and such like that. And this one here is all about storage, retrieval, and dissemination of information. Databases or the formations of databases and things like that. Because remember, this was a lot of kind of new stuff for computers. Management control of electronic data processing. I'm not familiar with this one. Looks like it was part of a larger set. Probably more of the how to run your 360 sort of deal. These are probably mostly 360, but I guess some of them may be 7000 series and 1400 series mainframe stuff. Okay, maybe not the most exciting manual. IBM 1050 Data Communication System for Life Insurance. Very specific there, but apparently IBM was going after the life insurance market at some point. Hey, why not? They need computers too. And of course, with insurance offices, pictures. Hey, you might have agents scattered all over, and you need them all to talk to the main bureau. And yeah, look at this, the 1050 system, all sorts of great Great little machines that are, well, now are extremely hard to find. Yeah, paper tape. We got the Selectric consoles. Looks like a card reader, 1056. Yeah, some of these I'm not particularly familiar with, but some I am familiar with. I don't have much of this stuff. It's very difficult to find, this early datacom stuff. But yeah, you can see they spiced it up with nice pictures and little descriptions. The 1056 card reader, that guy there. 80 column or 51 column cards, and a 51 column card was just more or less a cut down 80 column card. They were used, I think, in a lot of retail type applications. You would basically rip the card off, turn an 80 column card into a 51 column card, is I think how it worked. And sort of the bit you tore off was kind of a receipt. 1057 card punch. Looks like they took a 29 and modified it, which, yeah, IBM did that sort of thing. But yeah, it's all sorts of flowcharts and things. No pseudocodes, all flowcharts about how to run your data communication system for 1050s. General Information Manual, an introduction to IBM punch card data processing. Yes, this is a standard. They must have printed up 18 billion of these these manuals. Yeah, introduction to punch cards, as you might think. Decision tables, system analysis and documentation techniques. Auditor encounters electronic data processing. I guess this is when the IRS man comes to your door, to your company, and he hasn't seen a computer ever. I guess that's what that's about. Prepared by Price Waterhouse. Oh, okay, interesting. IBM 360 Introductory Notes. Yes, this is another one that the student text. They probably printed up 8 billion of these too. These are nice because, yeah, well, they've got, it's a good place to kind of learn what a 360 is. And you can find these online on eBay. It may even be on BitSavers. And it's a good overview of what a 360 and all that's all about. And hey, here we've got a nice picture. Maybe we can zoom up here, because this picture has got some interesting things in it. So yeah, they've got the 2040 processing unit. That's a 360 Model 40 with the console. You got some 2311 discs. Probably 2401 tapes, the controller. That's probably a 1301 disc, maybe. I don't know. Good old 1403 N1 printer and the 2070 processing unit. Now, this is interesting. Fans of the 360 will first off notice that's a weird looking Model 40, isn't it? I suspect these were either mock-ups or, because this is a very early manual, these were either mock-ups or they were prototypes. Because a normal 360 Model 40 panel does not look like that. It's close, but it does not look like that. And it gets more interesting with the 2070 over here, and it's, I don't know, can I even zoom up on that? I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but that would be the Model 70 360. And that's one that never shipped. It was announced, and as far as anyone can tell, it was basically canceled, and new models were introduced instead. Now, is that just a mock-up there, or did they actually make a prototype 70? Who knows? We just don't know. That could be plywood. That could be a plywood box they painted real nice. Who knows? Who knows? If anyone knows, leave it in the comments. But I'm suspecting that's probably a mock-up. It would be kind of cool to to come across a prototype 360. See how different they are. And let's zoom back out. And yeah, we've got, well, the languages. We saw Fortran there for a bit. What you can run on a 360. Here's more computer shots. Actually, is that the same room? That might actually be the same room. I mean, they've got paneling. It's obviously a room, but still, that stuff may be all fake. It's real hard to say. And that's a 50, isn't it? I think it's 50. But yeah, one of the great thing about these manuals are the wonderful pictures. Because there we have the old terminal. There, the absolutely the dumbest of the dumb terminals. The brain actually lived in a big 1,200-pound box in the data center that fed a number of these. That's the nice 2250 vector display unit, so you can do all sorts of really nice graphics. I'd love to find one of those. There are a couple still in existence, but they're gone. You know, mostly they're gone. The audio response units. These are interesting. The 7770, and this one I'm not familiar with. This may be a revision of the manual, because I don't think this one shows up in the normal edition of this manual. Yeah, this was basically audio response unit. Yeah, it was basically a very, very, very primitive voice synthesizer. Played off of, I believe, just various tape cartridges. And, you know, if someone were calling in to customer support like we do today for option 1, for option 2, and all that stuff, it could tell you, this machine could literally play back things under the control of a 360. You can see here, 32 word vocabulary. Pre-recorded, it can be increased, can be up to 128 words. Words can be chosen from a library of most frequent used words associated with specific industry applications. So that's pretty cool. I'd like to find any of this stuff. We know that. But actual technical documentation on these audio response units seems to be very thin. And I've not seen this. This is a slightly different one. This is very interesting. Vocabulary is stored on direct access storage. So it sounds like this might actually use digitized speech that you pull off of a disk. That's kind of cool. Oh, I'm interested in that. Never seen data on it. This is the first I even have heard about that. We got more 1050 stuff. Here's the tapes. Paper tape, yeah. IBM did paper tape, believe it or not. More I/O stuff. Micer. Not many pictures here. Machine instructions. Here's the instruction set, the architecture. So yeah, just a nice book to show you the quick rope, so to speak. Let's see what else we got here. Teleprocessing system summary. Probably more 1050 stuff. Yes, although this is older, because that's one of the old models based off of the 026 key punch. Yeah, so this is a bit earlier. Be like late 50s or very early 60s stuff. And yeah, 26s pop up from time to time. But the actual teleprocessing gizmos that went with it. There's some more pictures. They're all gone. I don't know where they went. Basic accounting concepts. Punch card accounting applications. Sorry there. More stuff about specific applications. Here's the General Information Manual, Introduction to IBM Data Processing Systems. That's another one of these. IBM must have printed up 18 billion of these. It's just computers, an introduction. And yes, flowcharts, and it's got lots of nice pictures. These show up on eBay all the time, and probably half of you guys already have this manual. It's neat. It's nothing earth-shattering in here, but there's some cool pictures, as you can see. And hey, we like pictures. You know, they're kind of like a wish book. I wish I had that. I wish I had that. Generalized information system, application description, application program. Okay, so this is the extremely generalized something. I'm not sure, but more of this very, this must be part of that set. Stuff about various applications. PERT, we know what PERT is. All engineers know what PERT is. Form and card design, so that's how you lay out, I'm assuming it's probably how you lay out, how you lay out labels and forms and things like that. Not real exciting, but hey, why not? Here's the other half of the stack. Management operating system, dispatching in a job and cost reporting detail. More exciting application stuff. Yep, good old glossary. You got to know that. You want to know IBM speak, you got to have this. And this manual grew into something, about 3/4 of an inch thick. I think they changed the index number, the document number, but yeah, it it got to be quite the manual. Introduction to PL1 primer, programming stuff. So yeah, want to learn PL1? There you go, get those. IBM 1401 Data Processing System Programmer's Guide, student text. You got a 1401, yes, it's how to run your 1401. And some basics about the 1401 and probably the 1400 series in general. There we go. Gotta show the pictures. There we go. I haven't worked on the one in Binghamton for a while. Haven't gotten out there. Kind of miss it. Basic System Study Guide. All right. Well, that's more of this very application specific stuff. Not terribly interesting, but stuff that needs to be saved and archived. And yeah, a lot of this stuff is either already on BitSavers or shortly will be. Accumulative index of publications and programs. So nice little directory thing here. Yeah, so this has got to be part of the whole same. Yeah, because the form numbers are very similar. Some big student guide. I guess I should get that all together and in order. Fortran. Oh, I gotta love Fortran. Fortran, yay. And finally, 62 CFO, Consolidated Functions Ordinary Data. Well, actually, it looks like there's something inside here. What's inside here? A brief review of data processing in life insurance. So maybe this guy was selling 360s to the life insurance companies. I don't know. But, yeah, another one of the... Oh, wait, hold on. There's something else here. As you can see, yeah, I didn't completely go through this stuff. Inline electronic accounting, internal control, and audit trail. More thrilling, thrilling stuff. But hey, you had to know this stuff. If you were doing systems programming and analysis and all that, especially for apparently the life insurance companies. So yeah. Not exciting, but somewhat important. Needs to be archived if it hasn't already. And yeah, this stuff is all available to BitSavers, but yeah, we know the Al is completely overloaded and has about 200 years worth of manuals to scan. So yeah, eventually, if he pretty much has, BitSavers pretty much has free reign to anything that I have to scan. It's just a matter of the logistics of getting the stuff here to him and back safely, and him having the time and me having the time and everything like that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this first little look-see at some stuff I recently got. Manuals here with some dirty computer pictures. The kind we really like. All right, hope you liked the video. Hope you like this, well, I guess it's a little bit of a show and tell. And yeah, I will continue with the two other things, which are considerably different. Let's just say that. Um, later on, maybe I'll even video them tonight or in the next day or so. Hey, if you like the content, hey, if you have any comments, first of all, if you have comments, that's the most important thing, is leave it, especially if you know anything about, well, what actually happened to the Model 70. Did one actually get built and just stayed internal? What about IBM prototypes? It's neat stuff, but you never see it, you never hear about it. Obviously, it existed at some point. They had to build. They couldn't just simulate all this stuff like you can today. You actually kind of had to build the stuff back in the '60s to see if it worked. So anyway, yeah, leave comments, leave a like, share it around, all that kind of stuff that YouTube wants you to do. Hey, if you like the content, why not throw a buck in the hat? I do have a Patreon account, and I really appreciate the people that sign up, and no new patrons for the past week or so. That's fine. Hey, that's fine. So I'm going to re-thank everyone that's already been thanked. Also, if you just want to send me some cool IBM or any old computer documentation, let me know. I'll see if it's stuff that I need, if it's stuff that I want. I've got so much, I need to go through it, and I'd rather not have duplicates and triplicates and quadruplicates and all that. I need to go through it and thin it out. But let me know what you have, and we'll get the stuff archived and all that. And it also, I should say, it doesn't have to be IBM. It can be CDC, Burroughs, DEC, Data General. Yeah, very much Data General. I'll get that stuff off to Wild Hair. That's kind of an always flowing pipeline. Anyway, yeah. Hope you like the video. It's getting long, and I'm going to sign out. Thanks a bunch. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.